Yo,
Yo.
what's up?
Sure.
Yeah, I seen you join in the middle of the match. I don't know if you still there.
Yeah, I'm in the party.
Oh, you is? Oh shit.
Not sure what team I was in, but I'll join.
You was I seen you was in my tank,
Oh, okay.
and I shot the helicopter down, and we was at the time when I shot it down.
I'm surprised you went back to Conquest.
I was on Conquest.
No, I mean like
Oh my.
like oh yesterday we were playing Breakthrough.
No, last time we did was Breakthrough. I mean, I'm not like I said, I'm not a really a big fan of Breakthrough. In this map, in this game, I'm not a big fan of it. But like Battlefield 4, man, not Battlefield 4, Battlefield 2042 and one, I liked it. It's just not this game, not this
Yeah.
game in general. Cause the only thing that set me off is the two tanks and Liberation Peak. We have nothing. I'm like confused as fuck. I said, nah, bro, we cannot do that. I'm getting this NVL maxed out now. I got the MP40 finally maxed. I just want to straight kill. How you like the new aim assist now? They kind of tweaked it a little bit now. Back to beta.
It still doesn't feel quite the same.
Like it was like a
It's,
weird hitbox.
it may seem better, but the netcode stuff is still it's still an issue with that. So,
Yeah.
this update needs a patch.
Hmm.
Other than that, it feels good. Honestly. That's crazy. Dude got distracted by the car.
What the fuck? That was a random ass knife animation, bro. That's so random. That was so random.
No, I should have known better.
I might have said about that. That was a random ass fucking knife animation
Oh,
kill.
my boss called me and he gave me the day off tomorrow. I'm so glad.
Oh hell yeah.
Jesus.
Which I
Yeah,
have that.
they put me a fifth day, bro. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not working that. So I was trying to give it away because you could post it. Like we have an app where you could post a shift, and
Hmm.
but no one, you know, I don't know, no one wanted to pick it up.
Mm.
So he called me. He's like, yo, it's like someone came back from vacation. I'm like, yes. I'm like, yo, only if they want to. I'm like, yo, I don't mind the extra money, but I really don't want to work.
But at the same time, I do want to get this day off.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like you already know, bro. I already make money in, like enough. Like I just need it on the weekend. Bro. I'm trying to give it an extra day actually off, to be honest. But whatever. I gotta do what I gotta do. That's what I'm saying. But I take my job
Oh
seriously,
my
bro. A lot of
god.
people just bullshit in there. I don't.
Yeah.
Not to brag, but there's a reason why they trust me with shit. The other
Yeah.
day I bought something at the store, bro, and with like $100 from the boss, and I forgot to give it back. I did my shift and I just went home with the change. And you know, if it was anybody, they would have gotten a write up. But
Yeah.
no, you cool. This guy's obviously they know me. They know, even though I'm only a few months of working there, I'm trustworthy, bro. And I appreciate that. I appreciate, you know, when someone gives me their trust, I was using this a lot. Means, you know,
Yeah.
I don't want to let them down.
Hmm. It's like a first expression. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the blue sight? Not the blue sight, the blue laser. Is it good? Cause I always,
I never,
I used,
being honest, I never used it.
I used it for
But
the
dang,
shotty back in.
I don't use lasers in this game.
Interesting. I hit fire a lot, so I do. Especially with the M4. I seen this guy use the P90, bro. That P90 is crazy at hit fire range.
Yeah, I think he got the Angie perk too, so that's all I'm saying.
My goodness, that shit. I seen that shit doesn't move and hit fire at all.
Fucking grenade launching me, bro. That's fucking crazy. Are they coming now? How the niggas up here? They coming to B. Be ready. Get it? Be ready. Hi. Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. There's actually nobody here.
Oh, they're here. It's at the middle
Oh,
between
yeah.
this section right now.
This guy's up hiding, dude? Dude, they were hiding behind the stairs.
There's
I
a
guess
fucking
they
spawn
changed their
big
mind.
up here. I know it.
You can hear it, actually.
He's here. He's on my body. It's on the stairs. Watch the stairs now. Peeking on the bathroom. Nice. Spy peeking right in front of you. Destroy that. Destroy that. Destroy it. Destroy it. Right there. Right there. Right there. Thank you. I'd rather destroy that spawn beacon instead of you get spawned in and you get fucking shot when you trying to revive me.
Fuck. I knew it. I
Gotcha.
threw a flash over there. I think I flashed. I flashed
I'm
forward.
burning now.
Oh.
Oh, wow. He was one shot
M4A1. What
too.
was that barrel he gave?
Hmm?
Interesting. No, the barrel that guy had on that gun.
But like a short one.
It's a short barrel? Interesting.
Short barrel. Oh, why is my ping going up to 100% now? Holy fuck.
That's so crazy, bro.
And my ping now is going up the chart.
Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, yeah, how do you notice the ping? Where do you see it?
Hmm?
Where do you see your ping?
He's fucking shotgunning me, bro.
What? How did it let me spawn? Why did they let me spawn on you?
Yeah, he came out in the corner. He probably was at the same time he killed me, shotgunning me.
Yeah, but you weren't even in. You weren't in a safe place. If that was the case. And normally the game
Yeah.
knows not to. Wow. Careful.
Fuck, push.
That was a horrible fucking. I'll come from me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I hate being loud, bro. I can't wait to be level 23 with this damn
Whoa.
gun. He's one shot. To go. They got a minigun. Bro, I had a minigun. Another one. I watch behind. Like from A.
I'm watching from the bottom of the street.
It's coming from my side. Oh, it's myself got him. Yeah, they come from my side.
Bullshit, bro.
Am I good? He jumped over.
Oh.
fault.
do me full
My bad.
revives, bro. Please don't
I
revive me
did.
half.
I
I
did.
didn't. I can't revive again.
It was 100. It was I had my score was 100.
Cause dying again like that sucks.
I feel like I gave you 100.
I was 50%. I mean, I wouldn't have died if it was. I mean, I would have died still, but like, I would have still had a second chance.
Oh.
Oh, well, here we got
I
this.
swear my score said 100. They all here. I'm coming from B side. Not going that way. Oh my god. Body on B.
What the hell, really?
That was a random ass kill. Get up. He gets, oh shit, run him. There you go. Got shot from behind a fucking building is crazy, bro. Oh, your dog shit. Holy shit. You get over there? He's up there on your body or what?
I don't know, bro.
He's up there by you. Oh, there's hella tanks up there. There's hella niggas out there with an mini gun. Watch out, be ready. The minigun. What the fuck?
What?
The fuck he hit me with? Hey, they destroyed it. I'm confused on how the fuck did you hit me with? Oh shit, what happened to my controller? This is not even like a fucking battlefield now. I hear a spawn beacon. Is your spawn beacon or is mine ours?
I'll put one nearby. I do hear
Oh
somebody.
my god. You shot me from outside. Don't get me. Yeah, he's on my body. I went inside, aiming at you. Uh, he's aiming downstairs below you. Don't even peek. Alright, they're gonna flank you. They're going upstairs.
Oh my god, it's a whole tank.
Dude's right up top of you. I think his guy's still alive, but he's up top of you. He's on my body. Oh shit. You got all them all?
I got a
Oh,
couple.
he's up here. He's up here. He's up here.
But it's just there was a tank coming by too.
No, he's on top of you. It was from where you came from.
Got it. Oh, got two.
Nice. I think that's all of them.
I got them too with two shotguns runs in the stomach. One guy came inside and I shot him. The other guy jumped from the. Like, why did he jump? Like, why do they jump?
Hell yeah. That was good. That was a good match right there in that speed.
Yeah. I just got another one right outside.
I think it's a spawn beacon outside from there.
I'm glad I'm zoning in with the shotty. I've been missing with it so much.
Yeah.
I need ammo. Let me just grab it from you. You don't have to.
Yeah. There you go. Just watch the cross. Oh my god. Fucking missed that. They
No
fucking
chance.
levitated this whole area. Holy shit.
They what?
Dude wasn't looking at me. He wasn't looking at me. He's on my body. He's coming towards you on the stairs.
No one notices. Oh, he came over here behind the wall. Hey,
Got you. Oh fuck, why my frames are dropping? Holy shit.
not a lot of people, maybe. Not that much action.
Confused
This is
why
why
I'm-
I don't know.
why it's
Compass
not-
and this map is a bit weird. It could get hectic sometimes, but this one feels kind of boring.
Like, that shouldn't like affect my
Yeah,
frames to down to 60.
But I don't really have a very powerful CPU.
Hmm?
Yeah, this soul ladder actually comes in clutch. I gotta use it. Lost? I guess. Whatever.
Let's see if I control it there.
I'm playing this shit wirelessly, and it's pretty good. I don't think it'll work as good as it does, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You're a beast, though. You scored a 3.0. Almost. 3 more kills would have been insane, dude.
I gotta check what's going on by damn graphics. Why the fuck I'm like, God, why I'm over?
The graphics changed?
For some reason it did.
Oh, ever since the update. Yeah, for me, the settings changed. Not exactly the graphics, but like my input settings. And I had to change it back.
No, for some weird reason I used to run like 4 gigs now. I'm like 4 gigs of RAM now, so it went up to 6. Like, how the fuck I'm running 2 extra gigs now?
Yeah. I told you. much I'm using. I'm at almost 7 gigs, 6.9. I'm using like almost half.
The hell? Why am I? What that GPU about to crash or some shit? The hell?
Chill, let's see that. There are some visual
Run at
glitches.
100. I was on 100. Now I went down to 30 frames. Like, what's going on?
It wasn't like that before, right? What the fuck?
No. I'm gonna see what's going on.
Is it 30? Still 30 right now?
It's on 74 frames right now. But I'm not sure what is causing that to act like that. They never did that before.
Weird. Well, if it makes you feel any better, it doesn't feel so steady for me either, but it's hard to tell. It's just intensive sometimes.
I mean, it's in 1080. It's not even 4K.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I might have to like leave mid a match.
But you usually stick to the 100 though when you play?
Yeah, I usually run at 100.
No,
Now I'm running like, I'm dropping crazy.
something that's
Weird.
off. Yeah, something weird.
I keep trying to knife through that shit before, man.
Fuck me, I should have reloaded. I should use my reload. They're at B mostly.
Yeah, they're going. That's what I went for. B.
Yeah. It's dope. It's a bit odd.
Oh, you got him?
No.
Oh, no, you didn't. I got him. Oh, the guy on the rocket.
What? Sniper.
Oh, no, there's a guy in front of me too. Got in front of us too. I don't know where.
I see him on the radar though.
I got him. Oh, it's a tank. Tank over there.
You can't see me.
He's hurt. You're an injury, right?
No.
You assault? Oh, he's right.
Ah.
Yeah, the tank still. I see. He's still alive.
Oh, I missed my shoddy rounds. I missed my shoddy rounds. I missed my shoddy rounds.
No, I'm not silencing yet. I'm level 22.
Damn,
Just
I
want
have
my
this.
silencer. He's over here. I don't know where he's sniping from, but
Wow, he hit me with.
oh, why you did not kill him, bro? I thought you hit him. Not you though.
No. Obviously, I wasn't even there. You can stay out of combat for a sec. Doubt it, though.
He's still fucking alive.
Still fucking alive.
And I got killed by a tank.
Guys, solo.
Tank coming towards you.
Oh no. Oh, he completely disagreed.
He completely ignored you.
Someone's
crazy.
coming though. Oh, someone killed. Someone killed. Whatever. Ah, whatever. Shit.
I'm like, there's hella motherfuckers over here.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole thing.
Oh my god, dude, like, what the fuck?
Snipers too.
Holy shit, so many. Alright, got the silencer
What gun
now.
is this? SL9?
Got the MV for level 26. 3 more ranks. How do you target it? Dude's targeted. That's crazy. I don't know where he's at, poet.
He's up there.
I know it's hella niggas on the helicopter.
I'm behind the crate.
Oh, they jumped down.
Behind.
Yep. Got him.
Okay.
Holy shit, I'm losing frames like crazy. I don't know what it just did, but my frames are dropping.
Yo, dude. Fuck. I was gonna say A is a good idea. Another guy shot me from deep.
I know. Oh my god. I think did I full health you?
You full health there, yeah.
Gosh, that was score 100
Oh
points.
my goodness. Ha.
Oh, you was in here?
Yeah, downstairs there's a guy that walked in. I think that's the guy that got shot.
No, it's not.
Huh? Oh, it's
I
still
don't know
the
what
guy.
the DMR got. I can hear a DMR. Bop on him out. Holy shit, it was a whole team out there.
Cap.
Yeah, I'm with you, but it's a guy alive still.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking knew it. He's in that building. He's in the building. He's in the building. Holy shit. I'm dead. Holy fuck. Is it been on your right? Who's in here? Yep.
I think he died.
No, he's alive.
Oh, right here. He's going up.
Nice. I already died. Not gonna lie.
I'm on top of myself. I thought they shoot the driver. What? He is still escaped. And there's a tank coming.
No, I left that. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, I'm dipset. Whoa, that's crazy. Yo, even though pools look nice, man.
Mm.
I was looking at Slime's game. And he plays on 1650 or 1660. His shit looks official.
Oh my god.
Rooftops.
They're upstairs, by the way.
Oh shit, I actually went upstairs. What are you here? Didn't drop the supply?
Shit. There you go.
With this, I could put a spawn.
Oh, his tank blew up. Oh, he's on stairs.
What?
Got him.
That was a good thing. Anybody else?
Oh shit. Got him.
Let's see.
On your left. Man, you're right here. But about a car, it's not about a golf cart. He's in this house. Oh shit. Let me get him. Yep. He's pushing. I'm just throwing this shit in the house. No, he's at. Oh, he's in this room. I got him.
Oh my god, I
I
couldn't
got him.
damage.
He was in the bush.
He was in the bush. You can see his dead body.
Fuck. Oh, you blow with a C4. Fuck, I got sniped. Wow. Damn, hella niggas. Damn, man. Oh, you just gonna watch me die?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the other side. Oh shit, it's crazy.
That was actually funny. I just watched you just looked at me. Just stay alive.
No, because I couldn't
Yeah.
go through the car. The car's.
I know. I said I watched it. I know what happened. I just did that for. I was just joking.
Oh shit, right there. I think it's another one.
I'm being prone right now. So nice.
Oh, yeah.
Good shit.
Demolished. Demolished, bro.
If you're in the try flashing DNS catch, help me. Forgot the. I'm going to the menu equip. Yeah, it's got to be a game issue because I'm running 100 frames normally in the lobby.
Well, the lobby is different from in game.
Yeah, but the thing is that
it's closer to 100 when you're playing.
yeah,
Regardless.
yeah,
Okay. That's the whole point.
they.
That's yeah. Because I remember we tuned it, right? And
Mhm.
I'm trying to get those
Okay,
numbers right.
so why is it? Something's causing it to run very weird. Yeah, so I'm put everything low, but auto, but performance.
With 2 console videos in the bag for Battlefield 6,
After so many years of underwhelming entries, Battlefield has finally made a strong comeback with Battlefield 6. This marks a mighty return to form for the franchise, and it's by far the biggest Battlefield game to date, hitting over 700. More obvious here where the frame time graph is thicker and shows more variation. Now many users report that these commands can improve performance while
15-minute
significantly lowering CPU
explanation what they
usage
gonna
and
do with
temps.
me.
So I recommend giving them a try and tell us in the comments if you noticed any improvements.
Yeah, about 20
It increases
frames.
a
What the fuck?
post-processing quality setting, but its impact is
Yeah,
minimal.
something's
It
going
only
on.
slightly changes the lens flare effect, as you can see here. Performance-wise, it has no significant impact, and it doesn't change anything about the depth of field effect. Fortunately, we can disable it using this command, which noticeably improves visibility. And DICE should consider adding in-game menu options
Something's running my game. I gotta get this shit.
to toggle depth of field and other post-processing effects. The last command I want to talk about is this one, which has the biggest visual impact. It essentially disables all dynamic lights, and its effect is most noticeable here in the firing range, which
Yeah, I disable dynamic lights in the game. Um, it's a user command that you could put as well, Teddy. I don't know if you've done it already, but that also helps with performance. It gives you a lot of performance back, actually. And I did it, even though obviously I have a 5080, but I did it because it actually helps.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes me wonder.
I think I know what happened. I think it was something running my background.
Mm.
Now I'm running a little bit better for now. Or whenever shit goes down.
That's crazy. $102 GB in total. Not bad. Could give you the user config file. Yeah, it's very simple, bro.
is filled with local light sources. As you can see, it can deliver a
Oh, it's
massive
fucking white
performance
everybody. Holy
improvement,
shit.
but I'd recommend using it only as a last resort, since it can significantly reduce visibility. Another way to boost performance
Bro, I
on
just wiped
Battlefield 6
everybody
is
off the
through
map on
upscaling
B, bro.
technologies.
Holy
The game
shit.
natively supports DLSS for Transformer model with Presage K, and as expected, this gives DLSS a massive image quality advantage over FSR3 and XeSS. But it comes with a slightly higher performance cost, at least compared to FSR3. Surprisingly, FSR3 in this game delivers a fairly stable image, but it's also the softest of the three. XeSS appears a bit sharper, but it's less stable and suffers from noticeable shimmering, as you can see here. At native resolution we see similar results, and performance-wise TAA is the fastest option, but it produces poor image quality and it looks blurry, wiping out much of the fine detail. It's best avoided as even the upscaling option looks significantly better in my opinion. There is also an option to disable anti-aliasing entirely, which gives a slight performance boost over TAA.
We have got to the point where literally
Moving on to future frame rendering. When enabled, this option allows the CPU to prepare and queue upcoming frames while the GPU is still rendering the current one. And my tests in enabling future frame
They sit in
rendering did
front of you,
not
Pod?
result
Yeah,
in
they
any
are.
performance improvement or noticeable increase in visual smoothness. The only real
Oh shit,
difference
Pod.
was higher CPU
Oh,
usage and, more importantly, an increase in overall PC latency. So in general, I recommend leaving this option disabled, since anything that increases latency should be avoided in a game like this. Let's move on to texture quality.
oh, that fucking shot me from the side.
I'm gonna look at benchmarkings. I'm not in the game. I'm looking at a video to look at benchmarkings videos, optimization guide. Because you could really get some performance. I'm gonna see that one, and then Digital Foundry. See what they say. I remember seeing it,
Battlefield
but
6 includes an optional HD texture pack that can be installed separately, and what I noticed is that if texture quality is set to high or above while the HD pack is not installed, the game crashes when loading any map. This indicates that the HD textures are automatically enabled when using high, ultra, or overkill. Visually, the difference between these three options is minimal, despite the noticeable increase in VRAM usage when going up to ultra or overkill. Another thing I noticed is that with ultra and overkill, there is sometimes a sudden spike in VRAM usage in certain areas, which could suggest a potential VRAM leak issue with these options. On 8GB GPUs like the 3060 Ti, we can see frequent stuttering and performance drops when using ultra or overkill, even though the reported VRAM usage looks normal. High can also push VRAM usage close to 8GB in some areas, especially in the single player campaign. So generally for 8GB GPUs, I recommend keeping texture quality at high, and if you start noticing stuttering or sudden performance drops, switch to low instead. For higher VRAM GPUs, I'd still recommend avoiding ultra and overkill, since they significantly increase VRAM usage without offering any meaningful visual improvement. There is also a setting for texture filtering, and here ultra and overkill noticeably improve distant texture sharpness compared to the lower options. And
God
as
damn it, bro.
usual, the performance
So
cost
many,
of
I can't do
texture
nothing.
filtering is negligible, so I recommend leaving it at ultra or overkill. Moving on to mesh quality, this one controls the level of detail and raw distance of in-game object, performance cost of texture. Here, ultra and overkill noticeably improve distant texture sharpness compared to the lower options, and as usual, the performance cost of texture filtering
he says that texture filtering you should put it on ultra. It doesn't cost that much on the GPU or the CPU.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like it makes sense. I had it on high before. Let me see. It doesn't cost.
is negligible, so I
Yeah, between ultra and overkill, the performance is negligible. Anyways,
And you put that on a game?
I think you could put. The thing is that I've always avoided. Okay, you could change settings anytime you want in any game, but the thing is that for it to apply like nicely, that it's best practice to restart the game. That way it runs better or runs best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just how it is. I know the game could do it, but like, yeah. But let me see. I'm gonna continue.
recommend leaving it at ultra or overkill.
But texture
Oh,
filtering helps with
wow.
distant details as well. That way you could spot enemies better.
Moving on to mesh quality, this one controls the
Yeah,
level
that's
of
in what, the
detail and raw
benchmark? Or that's in the game?
It's in the game. Texture filtering. You could put it on ultra.
distance of in-game objects, as you can see here, and it affects both close range and distance meshes, and lowering it introduces some noticeable pop-in, but even at higher settings pop-in is still present. As I mentioned earlier, the game settings don't offer much CPU scalability, and this is one of the reasons why. Normally mesh quality should have a
Oh,
clear
wow.
impact
I
on
didn't know he was
CPU
there.
performance, but even when going from low to overkill, the difference isn't massive on the 5700X3D, and we can see a smaller gap when when using the slower 3600 as you can see here. I also tested this setting on different maps such as Manhattan Bridge, and again the performance difference wasn't huge. Still, I wouldn't recommend setting it to overkill, especially if you're running a weaker CPU. Keeping it at medium or
just
high
died
is
right in
a
front of
better
me.
balance, as it can still impact CPU performance on certain maps or under specific conditions. Next we
Mesh quality, you can leave that on low, I guess, because that could affect CPU conditions.
have terrain quality. This one controls the bump and parallax mapping of ground surfaces. Both medium and high add more depth and surface detail to the terrain. Performance-wise, this one doesn't have a significant impact, so I recommend keeping it at high. Let's move on to undergrowth quality. This one is supposed to adjust the density of ground elements like vegetation, rocks, and other small objects. However, after testing it on both campaign and multiplayer maps, I couldn't notice any visual difference. Performance is also identical between low and high, so I recommend leaving this one at high.
Holy fuck.
Let's move on to effects quality. This one controls the density and quality of visual effects like particles. The difference between low and high is minimal. In most cases, you'll just see few more particles and debris at high. Here the smoke and fire effects look almost identical, with the only noticeable change being the particles from the electrical sparks, which are missing when using low. Performance-wise, in the first scene, there is only a small 2 to 4% difference between low and high, but in the second one the impact is much larger, around a 12% drop. Therefore, I
wow.
recommend keeping this one at low. Up next is volumetric quality. This setting controls the resolution and detail of volumetric effects and lighting, as you can see here with these light shafts. Performance-wise in this scene, there is only a small impact, around 3 to 5% difference when going from low to ultra. But I don't recommend using ultra, as it can have a larger impact in volumetric heavy areas, and it's better to keep this one at high. Moving on to light. This setting only affects certain maps and areas, with high improving the quality and accuracy of the indirect lighting and ambient shading, and it doesn't have any noticeable performance impact, so I recommend leaving it at high. Next we have local light and shadow quality. This one affects shadows cast by artificial lights, and it
I
has
got my
three
shit
main
on,
visual
bro.
impacts. First, it controls the quality
That
of
shit
these
ain't
shadows,
so.
with a noticeable improvement when going from low to high, but no visible gain when moving to overkill. Second, it determines the number of local shadows, as you can see here, and once again, there is no visual difference between high and overkill. Third, it affects the draw distance of these shadows, and here we finally see a difference where overkill renders more distant shadows compared to high. Performance-wise, there is about a 3% cost when going from low to high, and roughly 8% when pushing it to overkill. However, that's not all. This setting can also increase VRAM usage noticeably, especially when using overkill. Therefore, I recommend keeping this one at high. Let's move on to sun shadow quality. This one mainly affects shadows cast by the sun and moon. Increasing it adds slightly more shadow detail and improves the softness of the shadows. It also extends the cascade range, making distant shadows more detailed, as you can see here. Performance-wise, this setting is demanding. In the campaign under worst-case conditions, there is about a 4% cost when going from low to medium, 11% when going to high, 28% when going to ultra, and 34% when going to overkill. On some multiplayer maps, the performance cost is less severe but still noticeable, so I recommend keeping this one at medium or high. To filter these shadows, the game offers two options, PCF and PCSS. In my testing, switching between the two did not make any noticeable difference in the campaign. It only matters on multiplayer maps where PCSS produces more realistic softer shadows compared to PCF and helps hide the low resolution of the
shit.
shadow maps.
The whole
However,
squad
it
there.
also introduces more shadow noise and artifacts, as you can see here. And performance-wise, there is a small difference between the two options. Ultimately, the setting comes down to personal preference, so choose the option that best suits your visual preference. Next, we have
Mm.
reflections quality. This one controls the resolution and quality of cube map reflections, as you can see here. And performance-wise, these reflections are not demanding and have no significant impact, so keep them at high. We also have screen space reflections, which as its name indicates controls the quality and accuracy of SSR. The only notable issue with these reflections is that when running the game at lower resolutions or using aggressive upscaling, SSR can introduce noise and artifacts on glossy surfaces. In terms of performance, enabling SSR costs around 4%. So if the noise from these reflections bothers you, you can turn them off completely, otherwise it's best to keep them at high.
Oh my god. 58 and 9.
Beast.
Mm. I'm like, I think I'm the only one up there, my only squad.
As you can see here. And performance-wise, these reflections are not the main, is that when running the game off completely, otherwise it's best to keep them at high. Moving on to screen space AO and GI, we have three main options here. We can turn off ambient occlusion entirely,
I
which
think I
makes
got
the
it
scene look
26.
flat
Did
and
I
less
get it? Did I got
grounded.
the site?
Next, there is
Yes.
GTAO, which does a decent job
No, I
at
don't.
grounding the scene, but tends to overshade, creating a dark halo around many objects. Finally, we have SSGI or Screen Space Global Illumination, which produces more natural and softer shading, but
Are you
comes
still
with
in the
a
lobby?
significant
Or you just
performance cost, as you can see
No,
here.
no.
SSGI low costs around 12%,
not
SSGI
lobby,
high
but the
about
party?
20%, while GTAO has
No.
a much smaller 4%
No.
impact. In other things, the performance hit is lower,
Should I back
but
out?
overall
No, stay in the match. I'll join you in a sec.
I recommend keeping this one at GTAO high. And if you prefer SSGI, avoid using the high option since it offers no visual improvement over SSGI low. SSGI,
Shot me
avoid
3
using the
times
high
with that.
option since it offers no visual improvement over SSGI low. Lastly, we have High Fidelity Objects Amount. This one controls the update rate and fluidity for vehicles and infantry animations. It mainly affects bots and AI soldiers that are near the edges of the camera or farther away in the distance. Performance-wise, even when the CPU is under heavy load, the impact is relatively small, around 4 to 8% when going from low to ultra on the 5700 X3D and 3600. So similar to mesh
Holy
quality, I
fuck.
recommend keeping this one at medium or high to avoid any potential CPU performance issues.
Yeah, that nigga don't know. The fuck? Where the fuck are we?
If you
Bro,
have
I gotta
tried
meet this guy.
multiple oral
Holy shit.
antidepressants,
So given everything we've discussed so far, these are my recommended settings for Battlefield 6.
Did I get the site anyway? Yeah, I get it.
Now let's compare the optimized settings against the overkill preset at 1440p using DLSS quality. I am using low textures here to avoid any potential VRM issues when testing the overkill preset. Let's start with the third mission of the
Would you,
campaign, which is one of
Teddy? You use DLSS, right?
Hmm.
As a way to gain back more performance.
Yeah, that's when it gave me back more performance, yeah.
I said no. There's another way to gain for you more performance.
No, I'm back. I'm back with 100 frames at. Yeah, I'm back to where I was. I told you my game was running. Or was another game running in the background for some reason.
What were you running?
Hmm?
What were you running?
No, I think it was like the Wandering Waves loading screen.
Oh,
the most demanding sections for both the CPU and GPU. Here we can see an average performance improvement of around 30% when using the optimized settings. Next,
That
let's
caused
move to
it.
some multiplayer matches where I switch to DLSS balanced instead. Testing performance here and getting comparable footage was tricky due to the number of variations that naturally occurs during matches. And since I am terrible at this game, I kept getting wiped out by players and bots, which constantly changed my location on the map. It's also worth mentioning that I tested both optimized and overkill preset within the same match. Here on Manhattan Bridge we can see a similar 30% improvement as in the campaign, while here on Cairo the gap widens significantly, reaching around 50%. Before ending the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you are able and would like to directly support my work, consider becoming a patron to get access to the highest possible quality of my latest videos, including this one. And a big thank you to all my supporters,
Holy
and
fuck.
thanks to you as well for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if not, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos.
You find yourself between the grown-ups.
Fucking chorus. That's
With 2 console videos in the bag for Battlefield 6, we already know the general score. A game that is well received and performs well at 60 FPS in the console space. On PC though, you have a range of settings, and getting the best out of them is not exactly straightforward, given the amount of them and how nested this options menu really is. Thankfully, with comparisons to the PS5 version and some side-by-sides between the settings, we can work out those settings which are best for the fastest and most fluid frame rate experience while keeping the game looking alright for multiplayer. And that is what this video is about today, a run through of those most important settings for optimized play on mid to low spec PCs. Getting right into it, the optimized settings I will be showcasing in this video have been worked out by DF contributor Rayan. He's helped us out in the past and does great work, and these settings were derived on an 8GB RTX 3070 at 1440p running at native resolution DLAA. Let's start with those most intensive settings and work our way down. Now the first setting to worry about is sun shadow quality. As we can see here, the game offers an overkill setting on the far right that is wasteful, even on high-end GPUs. It does not offer a transformational quality uplift like a ray traced alternative would, and instead just ups that shadow map resolution at the cost of performance. On ultra overkill, you're getting visuals similar to high, yet high will run 18% better while looking similar. Medium is 24% faster, but noticeably degraded. Here I'm going to split my optimized settings for this video. I recommend high for GPUs of 3070 level and above, and medium for GPUs that are less capable than that. Here for the PS5, the devs make a similar choice, with the custom setting where its resolution quality is between medium and high, and the performance mode has PCF filtering turned off. Next up, ambient occlusion and screen space GI. Here I prefer the results of SSGI in this game, as the SSAO black halo visuals look bad and ancient honestly, but the cost is high for SSGI in comparison, in which case I recommend a splitting of settings again. Low optimized settings should use GTAO set to low, while upper end GPUs can use SSGI set to low to avoid that Far Cry 3 SSAO halo look. The base PS5 appears to be using GTAO, apparently set to low here. After these two most important settings, the rest of the tweaks will be more minor but will add up in aggregate. First, let's start with volumetric quality. This adjusts the quality of the fog in the game. High improves performance by 3% for little loss in quality, while low has an obvious quality loss for a 5% frame rate improvement. I'll split the settings again here, with lower GPUs using low and higher ones using high. Here the PS5 performance setting uses the low setting as found on PC, while the balanced mode targets the high setting. Next is screen space reflections. Here going down to low offers a minimal quality loss at times next to high, but with a helpful 4% performance increase. Here I recommend the low setting, which mirrors what consoles do, apparently running at the low setting as found on PC. After this you have local lights and shadows. The setting does a few things. First, it'll call shadow casting lights from some lights, like here getting rid of the flashlight light on the low setting. Next, it will change the range at which some shadows draw, like here we can see on the high setting where moving it backwards and forward causes the shadow of your character to draw and then cut off depending upon the distance from the originating light source. This behavior does not happen on the overkill setting. Here, based upon shadow behavior, both PS5 modes appear to be using the high setting. In spite of a slight performance win for low, I recommend the high setting. The last most significant GPU setting is mesh quality. This setting changes the quality of meshes. Slight performance win for low, I recommend the high setting. The last most significant for low, I recommend shadow behavior, both PS5 modes.
Overkill local lights is the only one that shows you shadows at the furthest distances. Say if it's an enemy's shadow that you see from behind, it could be shown if he's at a distance. Obviously at the angle where it's coming from.
holy fuck. What the fuck is you?
What the fuck?
appear to be using the high setting. In spite of a slight performance win for low, I recommend the high setting. The last most significant GPU setting is mesh quality. This setting changes the quality of meshes at a distance, leading to more obvious pop-in as you move through the world. This does have a GPU limited performance difference, which means you'll want to be moving this down to high for high-end optimized settings. For lower end GPUs here, I will recommend the low setting. After this setting, many of the other settings only offer smaller GPU related performance differences. And the most important things to now target is CPU performance or VRAM performance. A good example of CPU performance targeting would be looking at the high fidelity objects amount setting. This reduces the animation of objects and removes effects outright at a distance. As we can see here in the campaign footage, the medium and low setting gets rid of the water splash as this vehicle drives by, while the low setting reduces quality further by getting rid of animation on the tires, which stops spinning. Here the high setting retains all those animations and effects, but gets rid of them at a distance, like here in this scene where the car on high lacks smoke behind it that is there on ultra. Here the PS5 performance mode appears to be using the medium setting, while the balanced mode appears to be using high. My settings will reflect that. Medium for the lower optimized settings and high for the higher ones. The most important VRAM related setting is unsurprisingly texture quality. Here there is no noticeable difference in texture quality that I could find between high, ultra, and overkill, while going to low shows clear differences. Nonetheless, we can measure upticks in VRAM occupancy by going above high, even if visuals are not noticeably improving. Here I would imagine lower settings here increase the amount of active streaming. Compared to PS5, we can see the PS5 performance mode uses the low setting, while balanced is presumably using something like high. Here, based upon our testing, 8GB GPUs should not use the ultra or overkill setting, and instead use high. Ultra is better suited for 12GB GPUs. All in all, the optimized settings look like this between low and high variants. Some smaller nips and tucks here, but generally this game will look pretty similar between the lowest settings and its maximum ones, due to the lack of upper end scaling in this game. In total, an RTX 3070 using the high optimized settings, like in this scene here, we can see a 72% overall performance uplift. This takes the 3070 from being sub 60 to being healthily above it at 1440.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Woo! Love that tune.
We have something cool here. What you're looking at is the new Spedience home gym. This one is called the Gym Monster 2. And look at how small it is. This actually ships to you basically assembled. A huge bonus for fitness equipment in general. They can be a real nuisance to build. This thing folds up, it takes up barely any space, and you can get up to 200 pounds of resistance using magnets. I should just go ahead and drop this deck right now. Single button, drops down, and this is going to be the central point for your variety of movements. And if you do want to do a bench press or something, this is where your bench is going to live. You simply lock these guys into place. It's kind of wild because you think about 200 pounds of weight, and it is different. This is resistance. It's not free weight, so it does feel a little bit different. The amount of space you would need for 200 pounds of weights, if they were dumbbells or something, it's all in here. This is all magnetic resistance housed down here. And then the other unique part is through this huge display, there's a variety of exercises that you can do on this unit, which allows you to get obviously a full body workout here. You can also do free lifts, which in here there's a variety of different dynamic weight options, standard chain, eccentric, and fixed speed, and they all feel way different, and they could all be used for different types of training. You also have partner mode if there's two people working together. You have dumbbell mode and barbell mode, and that's where the accessories come in. So we have our barbell attachment. We can use this for bench press. We have a couple of other resistance attachments, the handles, the rope. These can all be added for a variety of different exercises, straps for the legs. And we've also got our bench, obviously, so it will sit on top of that platform, and it has some level of adjustment to it as well. This is pretty wild. You can add to this to make it have even more variety. So if you want to get a little bit of cardio and strength in, you can add this rowing attachment. There's also a dedicated spot for if you're rowing, if you're using the rowing attachment, so that it's going to be at the right height. But look at how quickly you adjust this. I mean, you simply pull on this piece and slide this section to whichever height you need, depending on, well, your own physical size, and then also whatever workout you're trying to do. Mo really likes this thing, to be honest. He's been really into this since we've set it up, and he's been playing around with it, and he's actually going to help us do some demonstration here as we talk about it. So you have it at a level 3 for resistance right now. Oh, took it up a notch, 6. What if we want to be on a canal rowing instead because we want to have a beautiful visual? We can do that too.
3, 2, 1, go. When doing this action, hold
The amount of
bar
weight
belt
is adjusted here, so I can either do this on screen, but there's also an accessory remote that fits on your finger, and that allows you to adjust the amount of resistance in real time. Look, I just have this toggle wheel here, and so therefore I don't need to try to reach up and reach the screen, and this can be especially useful if you're trying to push a lot of resistance. You just dial it back, eliminate the weight. This is flexibility that obviously you're not going to get with free weights. Okay, so now we're in the free lift mode, and this is where the ring is helpful. So by clicking it, you actually turn the weight on or off quickly, toggle it off or on. That's obviously not as important in this type of exercise.
PDLAA. And the biggest visual difference between the two sides here is just the ambient occlusion type. It just goes to show how plateaued rasterization effects can be at higher sampling counts. Using the lower end version of optimized settings, I loaded up the game's multiplayer at 1440p DLSS quality mode on an RTX 4060 to check out how things ran. Based upon my experience playing multiple matches with an RTX 4060, I would say that GPU will spend most of its time at these settings between 90 and 100 FPS, with only the densest areas and combat-filled moments bringing it down into the low 80s. This is an excellent VRR experience actually, as long as your processor can hold up under the pressure of a 64-player match. And the 9800 X3D I was using, of course, left the GPU unconstrained, and it passed the test with flying colors. This CPU had zero issues with combat or traversal, and had zero frame time issues based upon the game's internal frame time metrics, where the CPU was never the limiting factor in performance. Rather, the GPU always was. That is good to see, but this is also one of the best gaming CPUs out there. Utilizing the same settings and dropping that 4060 into a Ryzen 5 3600 showed a different level of performance. Running uncapped on those same maps and in conquest mode, GPU limited frame rates would be between 90 and 100 FPS, but frame time health was worse. One only needs to look at the frame time graph to see this. Check out me in combat here on the 9800 X3D. Nice and smooth GPU limited frame times there. On the Ryzen 5 3600 in similar scenarios, as we can see here, the frame time graph is much spikier even though the frame rate is not all that much lower. The VRR experience would not be awful necessarily, but it would be less than ideal. The biggest issue is in variability of the performance overall. On this Ryzen 5 3600, the CPU limited frame rate can dip down into the upper 60s at worst I have found. Following the in-game metrics, you can see that the GPU in this scene is capable of 100 FPS, but the Ryzen 5 3600 is going to be holding it back to the 70s or potentially lower. For consistency reasons, I would recommend lower-end processors use a frame rate cap. After playing multiple rounds with a frame rate cap done via VSync to 60 Hz, I saw zero frame rate drops the entire gameplay over many hours. That is great to see. It is a very smooth 60 FPS even in the most hectic moments, and I recommend CPUs of this lower level and lower core count to use FPS caps to keep frame times consistent, because if you don't, you can start seeing issues. What I mean by that is if you use an unlocked frame rate on a low-end CPU like this, you can see issues that you would otherwise not see with a frame rate cap enabled. A good example with that is frame time spikes. On the 9800 X3D, I saw zero frame time spikes, even on my first playthrough with a fresh shader cache. On the Ryzen 5 3600, this was not the case. Occasionally, when a new effect like an explosion would occur in front of me, I could see a frame time spike to around 50 milliseconds. It almost presents like a shader compilation stutter would, and it might be. While this game does have a shader compilation step, I think it may be partially incomplete and instead uses some asynchronous compilation for those shaders that are not as a part of that pre-compilation step. On a CPU like the 9800 X3D, it has enough threads and headroom with a GPU like the RTX 4060 to have no frame time detriments while running unlocked. But on the 3600, which is already tapped out by gameplay code, an unlocked frame rate causes frame time spikes occasionally the first time you see something new. You can avoid this with a frame rate cap. To test this, I deleted the shader cache everywhere it is found on the PC and let the game recompile a fresh set of new shaders, thus still presumably with a number missing. With this fresh shader cache, I did not leave the frame rate unlocked. Rather, I settled for a 60 FPS lock. And even when playing new maps for the first time and seeing new effects for the first time, I saw 0 issues and 0 frame time spikes. Just a flat, totally locked 60. The lesson I want to impart here is if you are on a lower end processor and if your game is having issues with frame time spikes, you should look to implement a frame rate cap that is appropriate to the lowest average frame rate you tend to see. If a game is doing a lot in parallel and leveraging as many CPU cycles as it possibly can, that can lead to contention at unlocked frame rates, where frame time behavior is worse because resources are scant, and frame rate capping can avoid that issue. Coming to the end of this video, I want to talk a bit about the general experience on PC briefly and mention some bugs, as I had a lot of them surprisingly. Often while playing, the depth of field on the rear view model would expand greatly and cover the entire gun and hands and the entire world a few meters in front of my character, leading it to be hard to see. An even worse graphical bug I had was when all the lighting and textures loaded incorrectly on a map, and this caused HDR bloom to take over the whole image, just completely broken visuals. Given how short a time in total I was playing the game, I saw very many visual bugs during that time, and I would say this game needed more time in the oven before launch. Another issue I saw was on the Ryzen 5 3600 while playing unlocked. A handful of times while getting into a server, there would be a frame time spike every 5 seconds, cyclically. This made the game unplayable. Even after leaving the server, this frame time spike would not stop and kept occurring in the menus even. Only shutting down the game and restarting it would eliminate the issue. So I would say the game does lack some polish at launch in the visuals and performance department. The last thing I want to mention is the graphical experience. I was having a fine enough time playing the game, I guess, but it is hard not to be disappointed about the graphical presentation here. As Oliver mentioned in his videos, the lighting quality does leave much to be desired, and objects just kind of appear to float in the game. And given the lack of reflection response across the whole title, the game looks very crunchy and driven by diffused texture detail. Given how pioneering games like Battlefield 3, Battlefront, and Battlefield 5 were in the graphics department, this game is visually disappointing and kind of old looking. I expected better from the studio, basically. Anyway, if you found this video insightful and helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell, help on Patreon. As always, this is Alex, bidding you farewell. Und auf Wiedersehen!
Teddy, do you have the EA app?
I don't think so. Well, what's up?
Because turning off some of the settings helps performance as well.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, huh? I never heard of that.
Oh, it's already integrated into Battlefield. And I went into the settings of the app and I turned it off. Turned off a lot of them. Especially the ones that says friends logging on and
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I did that just now.
Yeah, this weapon dangerous. Oh boy, yeah, I gotta get off. See that time. Oh yeah, boy, man, I'm gonna get off. I gotta
Alright,
go to bed
bro.
early.
Sounds
Work.
good. Catch you later. Are we on tomorrow morning? Let me know, bro. Are we up?
Yeah, I could be at work, but yeah, I'll be on
Bet, bro.
later on though.
Sounds good, man. Get some rest.
All right,
Night, bro.
night.